Hello, welcome to the fourth edition of the TheReasonSolutions podcast. Yeah, thank you guys for sticking with a brother and riding it out with me those first three. A little choppy, I know. Still get my feet up under me. So as we grow together as an audience, I'm also going to grow together and be a better podcaster. Who would have ever thought starting podcasting at this age of my life? But here we go. Today's topic. Michael Jackson used music to influence millions of people around the world. Governments give citizens the power to influence policies and decisions that affect their lives. And we know what parents do. Parents not only help their students achieve in school, they also help the teacher achieve and do better and be better teachers because we're a team and we have the same purpose and the same goal. And when we come at it with that mindset, everybody gains. Our whole community gains. The government gains. Music gains. Entertainment gains. The world gets better. 3 different arenas: entertainment, politics, and school. Like I always say, 3 points of view, 1 conversation. So let's reason together. Point of view number 1. What is your top 5 Michael Jackson songs? Now, I know you're going to think you have the best. I know you're going to think it's impossible to give a top 5. That's why it's a challenge. Top 5, not 5.5. Top 5. And also, you say, well, Michael Jackson sang with other people. If Michael Jackson is in it, it's a Michael Jackson song. So, top 5 Michael Jackson songs or collaborations. Didn't say solo. Jackson's, Paul McCartney, whoever he sang with, We Are the World, top Michael Jackson songs. So I gave those pauses because I want you to start thinking. And a lot of times in this podcast, you might have to do some homework, so bring a notebook. Even better if you just listen to it through and then go back and comment at the end, because we're going over some fun stuff, but we're also going over some topics that I think that benefits us as people on this planet, trying to grow and learn with each other. So since I gave you a chance to think about your top 5 or Google or research or look up or holler upstairs and ask somebody, hey, what's the top 5 Michael Jackson songs? I did send a text out to my sister. She gave me her top 5. It was tough. We had a couple of in common, but it was tough. So this time I will not go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I will go number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My top 5 Michael Jackson songs. Human Nature. Why? Okay. Not going to sing them. I get tempted to sing them because I think I'm just here by myself when I'm talking. But then you guys had to hear me singing on the end, and I know you probably want to sign me to a music contract, but it's too late now. You know, I've given up that dream of being an artist, and my wife always lets me know I should give up that dream. I should have never had the dream. Okay. Number 2, Working Day and Night. Number 3, Man in the Mirror. Number 4, Thriller. And number 5, Just Call My Name and I'll Be There. So what I love about Michael Jackson music is that it wasn't just entertainment, messages in the music. Most of our artists have messages in the music. He had messages in the music. Man in the Mirror, self-explanatory. Person in the mirror. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself, and make a change. Start with yourself. Don't start with other people. Human nature. Why is it our nature to do blank, 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 blank? I'm not going to say what. Our nature to be kind and nice to each other, loving and caring and supportive. That's in our nature. There's other things in our nature too. So human nature, working day and night. Well, they had no choice but to work day and night, because when I saw that movie and when I saw the previous movies and when we heard about Daddy Jackson, they were working day and night. So Michael Jackson entertained. He taught lessons, taught dance moves, and in turn we learned and we grew from his brilliance. So now it's your turn. Drop your 5 in the comments. Now, if you're not ready to drop your 5 now, just write them down. Text it put it in your phone and your notes. Come back to the YouTube episode and drop them in later. But I definitely would like to see them enlighten me. Maybe because the one of them my sister gave me that was like tough. And I'm not going for that idea yet because somebody else might give it. She almost had me on the ropes. So again, top 5 Michael Jackson songs. Drop them in the comments. Let's increase these comments on this episode. Let's get those comments. Everybody that jumps in, make a comment, not just a comment. So I can learn, we can have fun with it. And I can share out some of the results. Point of view 2, politics. Transition from Michael Jackson to politics. And you know, you got to work day and night in politics. You got to look at yourself in politics. You got to be some kind of thriller to be in politics, because you got to encourage people to want to vote for you. Politics. Do we really know what the government does all day? What are they doing? How are they getting paid this money? What are they doing? At its core, the government exists because people decided that some things work better when we do things together. We give up a small amount of our individual freedoms in exchange for shared safety, order, and service. Think about it. We want roads. Need a road. I need some potholes to be fixed up. We want schools. We want them to be better, for our children and our teachers, staff to go into, clean outlets, more than one outlet in the classroom for all electricity that we use. We want police. We want firemen. We want courts. We want judges. We want lawyers. We want emergency services. We want recreation centers. Those things don't just happen by accident. Legislative branch, executive branch. Last one, judicial branch. Congress is made up of two parts, 100 members of Senate and about 435 House of Representatives. So that's what the Congress is made up of. And they do what? Make laws. They write and pass laws, declare war, control the federal budget, and approve or reject presidential appointments. That's what they're supposed to be doing. The executive branch enforces laws. Who's the executive branch? The president, the vice president, the cabinet, and various federal agencies. What they do, manage the day-to-day operations of government, enforce the laws passed by Congress, command the armed forces, and conduct foreign policy. Judicial branch interprets laws. Supreme Court, the highest court in the country, and other federal courts. What they do, evaluate laws, execute laws to ensure they align with the U.S. Constitution and resolve disputes involving federal law. How they work together, checks and balances. Not 6, 7, checks and balances. These branches are designed to be equal in power, and they check one another to prevent any single branch from becoming too powerful. For example, legislative branch passes a bill, but the executive branch can veto, reject it. Congress can override president's veto with a 2/3 vote. We have a bill about housing on the president's desk now, and we're going to see what happens with that. If you want to know more about how a bill becomes a law, some of us remember Schoolhouse Rock. Waking up in the morning on Saturday, making sure that the house was clean before we went outside to play. Schoolhouse Rock. I'm just a bill, and I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. If they sign me, I hope and pray that one day, but today, still just a bill. If you go on YouTube, Schoolhouse Rock, I'm just a bill. You get a breakdown on how a bill becomes a law in a simplistic way, but it's a fun way too. And it's something that we should be teaching our youth too, because these laws that we live up under don't just happen. There's a lot of other reasons behind it. There's a lot of other people behind it, but those are the just generic basic ways of how we get bills and how we get laws. Judicial branch can declare law or executive orders unconstitutional, effectively overturning them. So what's the breakdown? You have federal, you have state, and then you have local. So you have federal, which is all of our states. State, let's say the state I'm in right now is Pennsylvania. Local is Philadelphia County for me. One of the most important things citizens can understand is which level of government is responsible for the different issues. If you know who makes the decisions, you can know who to contact when you want to advocate for a change. Federal government provides funding through programs such as Title I, enforces civil rights protections, supports students with disabilities through federal laws. State government sets academic standards, establishes teacher certification requirements, and determines school funding formulas. Yes, creates statewide assessments. Local government operates schools day to day, hires teachers and principals, maintains school buildings, implements district policies. So it's a lot. Quick rule of thumb. Federal government, national issues. Federal government, national issues. State government, statewide services. Local government, community needs. Understanding government doesn't mean we all agree. It means we understand the systems we're living under. Question 1, drop it in the comments. Do you think that our nation would be better if more people understood how the government works? Question number 1. Question number 2, what's one thing you and I can do to help people become more informed citizens? Drop that in the comments. Point of view number 3, parent engagement and student success. So in episode 3, I introduced a book I wrote, I had published in 2017. It's called The New 2%, My Life in the Classroom. And if you want a copy of that, I definitely can drop that link in the comments for you. I think it is on my YouTube page. You can go through and search and find it. So like I said, there were some thoughts I had about education. But today I'm just going to highlight chapter 7 of that book, Parents, How to Help Your Child and Teachers Succeed. And these are my thoughts at that time, and some of them still are the same this time. And that was 2017 when it was published, so it's 2026 now. So we're looking at 9 years later, and let's see how these tips I gave to help your child succeed and help your teachers succeed still stands up. Let me know if they stand up. Let me know if they need to be tweaked for the times we're in now. And these were just my thoughts on how my students succeeded in the classroom. And I just put it down on paper for parents. So how can parents help your student in school? Encourage your child and always be positive. Be positive. Encourage them. It's challenging. Every year is challenging. It's pressure on our students in life. It should be expectations, but always be encouraging. Point 2, check their homework daily for accuracy and neatness. Sign it too. No, it's not required these days, but sign it. After you do that for a month or so, your student, your child will have the expectation that I got to get this right. I got to do this right because my parents are going to check this. And then once they get used to that, you won't have to check it as much. You can spot check it because you set the standard early in the year, and that will benefit them in the classroom. Point 3, ask questions about each subject. What they learn, what'd you do today? And keep asking questions. So again, check the work. Number 4, read with your students at least 3 times per week. Read with them. I don't care how old they are. They like to be read to. Teenagers like to be read to also. Read with them because this way you can check to see where some of the gaps are in their reading. But also it's a fun, relaxed, unplugged family time. You can do it right at the dinner table. I would have my children read when they were young. I miss those days. Limit screen time. Collect the technology when they go to sleep. Collect it. If you don't, they'll be on it till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Just set the standard. This is what's going to happen. You're going to give me this. You're going to get it back in the morning. It's going to be charged for school. And that's the cell phones too. Introduce music, foreign language, and arts early to your students. Students to speak to and respect adults. Teach your students to talk to and respect their classmates. Teach your students to make good decisions in choosing friends. That's number 9. Number 10, never disparage your students because you struggled with the subject. You say, you're not going to be good at that subject because I wasn't. Maybe you just didn't like the subject, or maybe it wasn't taught the way that best suited you, but that doesn't mean your child can't succeed in that. Number 11, teach your students to dream big, work hard, and have fun. Letter grades are important, but you didn't name your child A, B, C, or D. Let's see what we've learned from a letter grade. I always tell parents, and if your child got a 70, and that's a C, we just had to work on that 30%. 13, always show love to your students. How to support your child's teacher. We support teachers these days. We pay their taxes. We pay their salary by our taxes. Why do we have to support them? I, as a teacher, want your child to succeed, and all our other students in the classroom. You want your child to succeed. So we have the same goal. That's why you want to support your child's teachers. If you do not understand what a student is learning, make every attempt to reach out early. Don't wait until it's test time and say, I don't know what's going on. Don't wait till 9 o'clock at night. And I know some people work at night. Try to work out a time or communication plan that you can communicate to your child's teacher. And be flexible and patient. Number 3, get to know your student's teacher so you can give the teacher insight on the things that support your students. And I'm not saying get to know like you're going out to a club or a bar, cookouts. Not saying that. They shouldn't just know you on report card times and parent conferences times. 4, try to make good first impressions and multiple impressions during the year. Not just the first one, but throughout the year. You're not going to always agree. Keep in mind the first point. We have the same common goal. Number 5, give the teachers the benefit of the doubt early in the school year. And as the year go on, you check, and we might have to make some adjustments, but that's when you come from asking questions and getting clarity, because we don't always get it right. We're not perfect. We're human beings. We're educators. We're helping the process. Number 6, when you have a question, be respectful, but ask clarifying questions. Please don't just take the teacher jargon, because sometimes we use teacher jargon. I try not to use teacher jargon. I try to have straight conversations. But if you don't know what the jargon means, ask, what does that mean? Number 7, if your student goes more than 1 day without homework, reach out to the teacher. They shouldn't go all week without homework unless it's a 2-day week. And homework is important. A lot of times people think homework isn't important. Studies show, there's other studies that's coming out now, but if your child can go home and do the work that was done in class after not seeing the work for a couple of hours, their retention grows. So homework is important. We're not saying homework just for busy work. Homework, make sure that those skills are maintained and locked in. So if you have any other suggestions to help your students in the school, or anybody's students in school, or what helped you in school, what you thought we should bring back to help our students in school, drop it in the comments so I can use them this year for my upcoming teaching year, year 26. And also where to help your teachers. We're on the same team. We're on the same page. We're working for the same goal to help improve this educational system, because the statistics are not really high on where they say the literacy rate of adults are in this country, and it starts at a young age. Reading fluency. Does your child understand, comprehend what they are reading? And can they answer clarifying questions about what they read? Can they reproduce it in writing? Thank you for staying with me. Peace.